Right now, tons of food and millions of dollars in aid are being sent to areas in need. Countless volunteers are traveling across the world, building houses, digging wells, and handing out materials, improving lives for a moment. But what happens after the volunteers pack up and go home? What happens when the foreign aid dries up and the donated food is no longer being tossed from the back of trucks? The number of Africans in poverty grew by the millions last year, even though billions of dollars in aid were handed out. Families are chained to this cycle. When you give someone a fish, they eat for just one day.
This is the truth.
Huu ndio kweli.
God has given you unique skills.
Mungu amekupa maarifa ya tofauti.
You can start a business.
Unaweza ukaanza biashara.
You can break free.
Chains are breaking. Chains break when people that are young and old, people living in the bush and in the city, all see their first successful business spring to life. Not someday when they get a miracle loan, but right now, using the skills and assets they already have. This is the work of Inspiring Better Business.
Our goal and the driving force for what we do every day is to empower individuals to become financially stable entrepreneurs, lifting their families out of poverty.
Inspiring Better Business are three powerful tools, our weekly radio broadcast that impact the whole region. Our local IBB clubs that are studying God's laws for business, and our intensive training seminars that activate community leaders.
We are raising up entrepreneurs to wage the war on poverty on their own turf, using the skills and assets they already have.
Because of the radio broadcasts and the IBB clubs, businesses have sprung up in the most hostile environments.
Lives are being changed, even in war-torn regions like Eastern Congo.
My name is Pandu Bahati Imano. I was 15 when the rebels attacked and we had to flee to a refugee camp. Then the rebels attacked again. They were shouting and gunfire in the distance, but it came closer and closer until they were right outside. A stray bullet had gone through my neck and into my ribs. I would never be able to walk again. I wanted to end my own life. Returning home, I felt like a burden to my family and would wander the city by myself. Then one day, I came across an Inspiring Better Business Club. The leader was from my province, and he boldly said to me, "You can't move your legs, that's true. But you have a strong mind and two hands. What was your hobby before you were paralyzed?" I told him that I used to love making toy vehicles out of scrap metal. "Start there," he encouraged me. "Use the skills you have." I started making cars and trucks, and I can still remember the feeling when I sold my first one. People were giving me money, but not out of pity. They were buying something that I had made. IBB taught me some valuable business principles, and little by little my income grew. Today, I'm proud to say that I paid for my wedding, that I own my own house, and I've taken charge of my life. Thank you, IBB, for sending the strong teachings that saved my life.
Asante sana.
Thousands of people, young and old, are meeting every week in IBB clubs to study our transformational curriculum, God's Laws for Business. For most of the club members, it's the first time they've had access for any form of business education, especially in their own language.
The cycle of poverty is being broken, but there are still so many more that have never heard the message of hope in their own language.
Will you join us today? We need mentors to help lead the business clubs.
I have the pleasure of mentoring a group of university students in central Tanzania. I'm leading a weekly conference call, and we're talking about IBB business principles, helping to shorten their learning curves as they're launching their businesses.
And financial partners to fuel the transformational work.
I support IBB because they are making people self-sufficient.
I was living on the streets, stealing from people, and addicted to drugs. I went to an IBB club meeting and was inspired to start my own car washing business. Now I am married and able to provide for my wife and my kids.
Your gift, no matter the size, will make a change in the generations to come.
Because of IBB and generous donors like you, people are breaking free. They are sending children to school, buying their own food and clothing.
Will you join us as we work to transform lives, not just in Africa, but around the globe?
Thank you so much.
Merci.
Asante.
Thank you.
Matondo.
Asante.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
Merci IBB.